we have, it's a bit more Gansey engineering, following on from gussets, and also continuing the theme of seamlessness, but making the shoulders, which are a stress point on any garment, making them as strong as possible. And one of the very favourite methods that the Gansey knitters had was to use a device that most people call rig and furrow, which reminds us of the potato planting fields. And it consists of alternate bands of reverse stocking stitch and stocking stitch. They can be as wide or as narrow or as numerous, big or small, as you want them to be. And I think that's one of the reasons knitters loved them so much. We've seen quite large ones. Yeah. And then we've seen very small ones.
It's one of those other devices to give more stretch and ease over the shoulder. For
the particular person that they were knitting for. It's something that they could adapt. Each of these samples, this was actually used all over the country, from the far north of Scotland right round to Cornwall. They all loved it. This one here comes from the northeast of Scotland. This beautiful one comes from...
Well, it comes from Flamborough, from near Filey.
Yes.
And
in Yorkshire.
Actually literally 3 or 4 miles from where I spent my first few years, in a village called Reeton.
But in fact, in terms of what the knitters did, they're identical. Isn't that wonderful?
Yeah.
It's hundreds and hundreds of miles apart, but
and they're both
identical.
Vintage, aren't they? I mean, this is
identical.
About 80 years old now.
So what the knitters did to achieve this and to make it really strong, I mean, I'm pulling as hard as I can here, is they knitted the number of rigs and furrows to get them from the top front shoulder over the shoulder itself and just over to meet up with the back, which was knitted shorter. And then the tremendously clever thing, which you can see in the sample that I did for the book, they did an internal 3-needle cast off.
It's genius, isn't it?
Or bind off, which then, if they did it in a particular row, just vanished underneath the rig.
You can't see it.
Never seen again. And it's just so clever, and we're very impressed by it. Used literally all over the country, and as a wonderful device, and also helping with the neck, so that it wasn't kept too close in.
Yeah.
The other one that we have, and we've tried to replicate in our book, in the Sea Biscuit, is actually one that we have seen used in very ornate designs from the Isle of Eriskay, and it's where the stitches are again knitted over the shoulder from front to back, and then they're grafted. Again, so that it becomes invisible, seamless, invisible.
Yeah.
And
you can make that as long or as short as you want.
You can make it as deep or as shallow as you want. In the Eriskay Ganseys in particular, it's a very ornate form of the Gansey.
So incredible.
It's like the Sunday best. So they would want to do their very best finishing
and have this great saddle with the diamond pattern.
So the diamond, the pattern continues. Here we have the very serviceable rig and furrow with potato planting. Here we have a very lovely little fishing net
with the corn stitch. on either
Yeah,
side
yeah,
to frame it.
which you really only see
You only ever see in Eriskay.
in the Eriskay patterns. So yeah, we love them both, don't we?
Yeah, absolutely.
Perfect.